High above the satellites rule the earth in golden nights. Europe hitches up those lights. Are you ready for war? That's an old Clash song. Well, Clash 2.0. I I've been listening to that album lately. Cut the Crap, and I do think it's a really misunderstood album. Uh, it's not that bad. Even the bad production that they gave on it, it's kind of endearing now because it's like it's literally like the '80s throwing up on top of punk rock. And I know on YouTube they've also done like some cleanup, like some mad lad out there literally has recreated the album how on how it's supposed to sound or how it was supposed to sound, like using like archival footage or like the Clash playing the shows, like the live shows, which were much more punk rock, much more high energy, and they just recreated the album. So yeah, it's Cut the Crap, and the reason I'm singing "Are You Ready?" That's the name of the song. Are you ready? Why are you ready? It's because hey there, guys. I'm gonna review. I'm gonna review the Transformers RED or Red action figures. Uh, Pretty much, it stands for Robot Enhanced Design, meaning that these are just Transformer figures that don't transform. And I know that sounds kind of a oxymoron there. Tell me about it, but hey, I actually kind of appreciate that. I don't know if you guys remember my previous rant in which I said that I want to review Transformer figs, but I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with the whole transformation aspect of them, and I'm hoping that if you guys are cool with it, I could just review the Transformers, the actual transforming Transformer figures, as is, as mostly in robot form, and just test out how they look and their articulation, what have you. In the meantime, though, this is pretty cool. This is something I've been wanting to review for a while. The Transformers Red series. I know it incorporates various lines. Obviously the 1980s robots in disguise. I think they had like Transformers animated as well. Beast Wars are there as well, and I haven't heard anything though from like I haven't heard anything about any new figures coming out for this line. I don't know if this line is dead now, which is kind of a shame because I would have appreciated them making more characters, in particular, much more Beast Wars characters. Maybe also the 2000s robots in disguise line as well. But yeah, it seems to be DL8 at the time being, and so these boxes have seen better days. Obviously, I kind of struggled with maybe keeping them in the packaging, but at the end of the day, I think it's a lot better for me to just open them up now. So here we go. Transformers Red. Are you ready for them? I hope you are. But anyways, let's open these guys up. Anyways, all right. So packaging on Optimus Prime. One thing I do appreciate of all these is that they have a uniform kind of look, but I think near the end they did try to change the packaging up a bit, and so I kind of got out while I still could. I did appreciate the window with all the accessories on the side. I thought that was pretty cool, but I just don't have the space to store them. I honestly don't have the space to store them, and that kind of sucks because look at this. This is work of art right here. These are works of art right here, and yeah, it's a shame, man. Man, look at that. Look, that's beautiful right there, man. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to trash this, unfortunately. But here are the accessories. He comes with interchangeable hands. He comes with like this Energon X. He comes with this rifle, and of course he comes with the Matrix of Leadership right there. So here is Optimus Prime. Let's get him out. Okay. got him out. And I will say he feels nice, maybe a bit finicky in the plastic. It feels a bit hollow, but it ain't that bad. Bit not that loose. I felt loose, but he's actually, like, the joints are actually pretty tight now that I'm testing him out. Seems to have double jointed knees, and he does, his foot can go up and down, so there's a hinge right there for it to go up and down. He does have, I'm assuming, a thigh cut. Do robots have thighs? Now that I think about it, he also has a bicep cut. Single jointed elbows. Rotation at the hand. Doesn't seem to have a hinge to move it around. Can stretch out pretty well. Can look up actually pretty good, despite like him being a robot. Down, not so much. He rotates at the waist. Obviously, his chest is a truck, so I don't think he's gonna be able to have an ab crunch at all. But I'm pretty glad with this guy. I'm pretty cool with what he came with. Let's see if the hands pop off pretty. Oof, yeah, they could pop off pretty well. Let's attach that Energon X to him. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually pretty sick. This is a novel idea. I'm kind of happy having Transformer figures that don't have to transform and are just like action figures. I applaud the person that came up with this concept. They need to make much more red figures, in my honest opinion. And of course, the hands. He does have weapon holding hands to hold his rifle. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about it. The paint job on him seems pretty good. Just a little bit of, like, pins on him, but beggars can't be choosers. At least the pins don't look that far out because he's a robot, of course, so that they ain't that bad. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this guy a high grade. I think most of the red line, if they continue on like this, most of the red series is gonna get 8 out of 10s. $20 and you get all this from this figure. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. I am going to be holding on to these design sheets because they're just really gorgeous. Fortunately, I'm going to have to throw away the rest of the stuff. So, yeah. I might just leave these as well. Like, just leave them with the Beast Wars. My Beast Wars bin. I don't know. Next up, we're going to look at Megatron. Nice posing. Nice poses on the side. This and that. All right. Let's open him up. Okay. I have a habit of opening the figures up from the bottom. I don't know why. Look at that. Nice sheet right there. The weapons rack. And I actually dig this hand where he's holding the Energon Cube. He has a pointing hand as well. An open, like, gripping hand. A fisted hand. And of course, this ball and chain, this mace right there. Composed of pure Energon. And wow, might I say, he looks fantastic. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus, I played with him too rough. Let me see, hopefully it wasn't. Yeah. He just came apart from there. I broke him. Wow. I'm going to have to glue that on. And yeah, so I guess this part of him, see, it's non-movable, thankfully. But yeah, so like the scope, what's normally his scope is just like that. It just came apart right there. But nothing a little glue could fix. But I'm going to say that's on me. That's my fault. But dang. Oh, let's see how much. Yeah, they could actually do the splits pretty well. Wow, I need to be. I don't know. I guess I was assuming that they were. Oh, he has actually flaps right here. I guess I was assuming that they would be able to take a bit more of the abuse but I guess I was wrong. I'm kind of scared to like turn this gun now. I guess it's just stationary, you know, like the scope on the gun. It actually rotates along with the arm, so you know that's the only way to actually have it like that. Megatron looks, he has like this matte finish, and it's great. The coloring on him is great. I'm not gonna fault. I'm just gonna fault the packaging people for leaving him like that, but I'm not gonna fault the actual sculptors. He is a great figure. Um, is he double joint? What the heck? This is pretty odd. He seems to be single jointed. Seems to be single jointed in both the legs and the hands. So he, yeah, that's pretty odd. I was gonna, if, dang, I was actually gonna, oh, and he actually has a nap. What the heck? This is so weird. They all have different things. Whereas Optimus does not have an ab crunch at all. This guy has an ab crunch, but he has single jointed knees. What is going on? This is a really wonky line. This is a really wonky line. I'm gonna have to glue this figure back. But you know what? The ab crunch took me by surprise. I'm gonna have to give this guy. I'm gonna have to give this guy an 8.5 out of 10. Wow. Yeah, I shouldn't be that rough. Wow, I'm kind of scared now of like ruining these figures and breaking them. I'm gonna break them all now. Bam. Let's get that Energon holding hand. Oh, it was that one. So bam. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I guess each figure has different types of articulation going on. They seem to like pop and ratchet when I like remove the parts. That's a nice surprise. But yeah, not a bad figure at all. Megatron 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Oh, I just can't believe I broke that. I need to watch my own strength, you know, like I'm I'm bulking up right here, man. Beefcake, you know. Anyways, we're gonna look at the two goons of Megatron, Soundwave, and of course Starscream, the coronation version of Starscream from the Transformers movies. And yeah, they look pretty good right there. Right there. Let's open up Soundwave. You know what? I think this is my first Soundwave figure. I don't even have a regular Soundwave. I don't have like a boombox that transforms. So yeah, this is big for me. I do have a Shockwave, like a Masterpiece Shockwave figure, but and he's gonna go great along with Megs. Let me see if there's no way. Oh, I broke the cannon. I don't think I actually broke the cannon. I think that cannon is actually removable, thankfully. So yeah, I think that cannon is removable, right? I hope it is. I gotta be careful getting these figures out now. All right. Let's get the accessories out. So here's his accessories: his big gun and trigger hands, and of course a tape. I don't know who it is. Is it Ravage? Is that who's on the tape? And seems to share. See, he also seems to be like a single jointed figure. Oh, yeah, he also has thigh cut. He also seems to be like a single jointed knees figure, but I don't know. I sense like much more mobility on this guy, like when it comes to like bending his knees. And oh, and this is definitely a double. What? This is so wonky. This guy has double jointed elbows. What is going on with this line? This line cannot make up its mind as to what. I wonder why it got canceled. This line cannot make up its mind as to what it should employ. Okay, it stays put. And oh, that's pretty cool. He actually has a little switch right here that you could push. Press on it. Right? A little switch that he has that if you push on it, there, it pops open. Yeah. So if you push it, it pops open, and I'm pretty sure the tape could fit inside him. So that's a nice little added feature right there. Boom. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so this line just I will say that a bit of the paint might be lacking on this guy, just based off like how maybe I think maybe they might have like skimped on the paint on this guy, but no, not really. And the tape thing is a nice feature. The accessories might be lacking a bit, just the tape and an extra set of hands. I think the first wave was Optimus and Megatron, or like actually no, I think he was also part of the initial wave. I guess this was a figure that got cut in the accessories department. Okay, and I guess it's pushing it down. You're supposed to push it. Whoa, the tape flew out. So I guess you're supposed to push down on this switch, and then yeah, so not a bad looking figure at all either. They're really limited at the feet, I guess. What's his face from Nickelodeon Studios would not like it because the feet are not good. I know, a cheap shot, whatever. Sue me, I guess. Anyways, yeah. I like the Soundwave. I think he's on par with like Optimus. I think Megatron is still like my favorite figure, even though I broke it. I can't believe I broke it. Because he wasn't ready for War Scene. It's supposed to be like that. At least I'm glad I didn't cause like a really bad like fissure or a fissure. You know, like I think this is really doable, and it's still like gonna be covered up pretty well. So I'm kind of glad for that. Let's look at the other lackey, though not really lackey because he's always plotting against them. Coronation Starscream. He comes with I guess these blast effects, 2 hands, like for the wings, like the shoulder pads for the wings, and of course his little crown right there. Is he gonna come with the cape? Yeah, he actually has the cape as well. That's part of it. So that's pretty cool. Let's open him up. There's his schematics. And there he is. That's thing. And here are his accessories. And let's see. Okay, now I am going to be really careful with this guy. I do not want to break him the same way I broke Megatron. Wow. They went all out on this guy. He actually has a cloth cape. That's pretty cool. He has 2 guns on the sides as well. Okay, so let's put his wing right here. His wing that's gonna clip on right here. Bam. I guess these things are gonna attach right here on the side. Bam. And honestly, wow, he is loaded to the gills, and he has double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, waist rotation. No ab crunch, but that's okay. He could stretch his feet out pretty well. He does have articulation on the wingtips as well. He is not that bad of a figure, and actually he does have a bit of an ab crunch. He has a bit of an ab crunch, not too much, but it's not. He does feel gummy though. Wow, especially right here. He does feel a bit gummy. So I gotta be careful with him. I feel like he might break if I. Yeah, he just feels off. There's something about him that feels off. The articulation on him, don't get me wrong, is fantastic, but there's just something off about him. But paint job wise, he's probably the best looking figure though. And look at those red eyes. Look at how much they pop. He is great. And oh wow, and I guess how am I supposed to put the cape on him though? I'm wondering how. So maybe, so let's see, does the crown, so the crown fits his head perfectly. That's pretty cool. And so he does have those shoulder pads. I'm just wondering how, so let's see. So I guess you put the shoulder pads on him like so. I guess remove this. Oh, I guess so. You're supposed to remove the wings if you want to put the, because the shoulder pad things do clip on like right here. Like they're gonna, he has like holes right here. So I guess these things peg on right there. I see that. I am really curious though, how is his cape supposed to go? Does it say on the instructions? I feel like the cape is probably, is the cape being held by the guns? I feel like the cape is being held on by the, so let's see if I remove these things first. So yeah, so these things go like that. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I gotta watch out for this. Like it already bent way more than I think it should have. Wow. It's not, oh yeah, it's not practical. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. It's not practical to put this stuff on him, especially when it's really gummy. And it's kind of a hassle. He definitely is the worst. He went from having the best articulation, but then when you actually started messing with like his accessories, he is turning out to be like the worst now. Oh no, I think I know what's gonna happen. So I think this is gonna, oh, of course. Maybe it's not so much about, yeah, so this, geez. So this is vital. So this almost came apart just due to me like trying to force it in. And it's a vital component to keeping the cape on. And it's really difficult to peg it on inside this hole right here. Oh man. This is tough. This is really tough. I want to like the figure in the articulation category, but then when it comes to the actual accessories, it's a hassle. He is a hassle. What the heck? I really wanted to like this figure. He was actually gonna get an 8.5 as well, but we gotta knock him off a few pegs because these accessories are really frustrating. They're really frustrating. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. He went from being like a total slam dunk figure to like, oh, dang it, you know. I'm gonna have to give him a solid 8. Yeah, those shoulder pad things are a nightmare. They're very flimsy. That sucks. He almost had it there. He almost had it there, man. He almost had it there. But oh well. What's that? Yeah. At least there's oh wow, he actually has articulation here as well. That's a nice surprise. Oh. Would have been an elite figure if it wasn't for, I mean, he's an elite figure like this, but if you want to have him like as a coronation with the coronation armor, oof, that's when it gets rough. But he's great. He's great. So that does it for the G1 Transformer figures. Let's move on to the Beast Wars. Let's take a good look at Cheetor. And of course, he comes with his gut gun, 2 sets of hands, and blast effects. Sick. And yeah, who needs a Masterpiece Cheetor, right? When you got the red version, huh? Yeah, exactly. beautiful. Like, these schematic designs are beautiful. And it's funny how like you could hardly see them. Like, even in the packaging, you could hardly see those effects. That's something that you could only kind of see if you open up the figure. So that's wasted art right there, in all honesty. Here are his accessories. Gotta be careful. Yeah, he just slid off. He slid off. He pulled out. Yeah, he pulled out like a cheetah, I guess you could say. He feels really good. He feels the best out of these figures, and I guess this is where like the design of the character is much less blocky, and I guess they're able to do more with him. And he feels like an actual Marvel Legends action figure. Oof, look at that. He seems to be like on some like odd type of butterfly joint. Ooh, the cheetah thing turns around as well. That's pretty cool. Can't look up at all or down, but he could turn his head side to side a bit. Definitely has I was gonna say he has double jointed elbows, but they seem to be single jointed. He definitely has though double jointed knees. He does have a hinge right here at the foot, a rocker, no boot cut. Yeah, he does have a thigh cut, but it cuts into like his design, and of course he has a bicep cut. Feels pretty good. He feels pretty good. He looks like a standard Marvel Legends. He wouldn't look too far off in the Marvel Legends, and the paint job is pretty good on him. I wish we could get more Beast Wars Red. I'd scoop them up. As much as I like my actual Beast Wars figures, I definitely would scoop these up though. Cheetor gets an 8 out of 10. And finally, Monkey, not Truck. Optimus Primal. And I like that he came with the swords and 2 extra pairs of hands. But I mean, could have came with a bit more. Maybe some like jetpack blast effects or something. You know, maybe include his infamous mace from his toy, like something that, you know, I think it's included as an Easter egg in the. It's included as an Easter egg in the. Or is it in the? Maybe it's in the. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's something that's from the third-party accessory set. My bad. It doesn't come in the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom line. Nice artwork of Optimus Primal. Here are his accessories. Yeah, he could have came with a bit more stuff. And honestly, fisted hands and just swords. Come on, you gotta give us more for a big bot. And I guess they gave up on. Oh no, he is being held. No, yeah, they gave up on like just. I mean, he has something right here in his chest, but they're not. Yeah, they're kind of like, yeah, no, figures keep getting broken like when we're trying to get them out. So he doesn't feel as I really like how like the color scheme is so similar to like the actual figure, like the old figure from back in the day. Feels very sturdy. Oh, this is removable. The Prime Jets are there. Could have given us some Prime Jets blast effects or something. Can turn side to side, but it could hardly look up, could hardly look down. This could move a bit. Oh, these things could move. Wow, this is removable right here. The chest protector. Yeah, bicep cut. It looks, that's so odd because the bicep cut is all the way up here. I would have figured that it was like somewhere here, but no, it's like up here to rotate. His arm can turn, and this is all like it's so weird. This is so weird. It's double jointed. It's double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. So this guy has it. He just feels very sturdy though. He feels very sturdy. Maybe it's the sculpted on fur that makes it feel like textured and coarse. But yeah, this is just a very wacky, weird line. And I like the paint job on him. I think a lot could have been done to like have his eyes be like clear plastic and maybe have like a little window so that when you shine the light to him, it will like light up. would have gone a long way to do that effect. It would have been probably really awesome. But yeah, this is Big Bot right here, Optimus Primal. He's also gonna get an 8 out of 10. I'm just bummed I murdered my own Megatron. Well, not really. This is hardly everything. I think even with a piece of gum, I could just get a piece of gum and just like boom, stick it, and none would be the wiser, you know. But yeah, I want to say though, like out of all the figures, I think the best one to me is probably Megatron, even though I did break him. 8.5 out of 10, can't beat that. Cheetor was a surprise pick. A lot of definitely Starscream, but just a bit of lost potential and his accessories. I think Optimus Primal is next, and then the two lowest, even though they're not really that bad, is gonna be Soundwave and Optimus Prime. And yeah, that does it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Are You Ready for War or whatever? Yeah, you guys should check out that album. Cut the Crap. I don't know. I'm promoting an album. I'm promoting like a 30-year-old album instead, or 40-year-old album. Ooh, I'm old. Anyways, yeah, it's as old as the Transformers. But anyways, yeah. Thank you guys again for watching me review action figures. As always, keep watching the videos. I'll keep making them. Peace and love, and I am out.